mind map, so it doesn't mind.
This was a mind map that I used I do write my blog on LiveJournal, and this was one of the approaches I took to writing a post where I thought out my writing process using a mind map. So my main root node comes over, the central node was Facebook social activity. I had a thought that there were like millions of applications, but so many applications but many of them were quite individualistic, as in they are not bringing together people, as in, they might, as compared to some applications like, for example, your Scrabbler's games, which can gather a lot of people together and let's introduce people to each other. As you can see, it's all branched up, right? All the points are branched up. But it was not like that in the beginning. You brainstorm yourself, right? You brainstorm yourself, for inserting any node, you just press an insert, right? So if I kept on pressing insert and said like, okay, I'm one-sided, there were probably many more than what you see over here. Then what I do is I read out all the points which don't stand out to be relevant, and finally I figure out that certain points can be collected under certain branches. So similarly, what I had done from project was I kept them a project title right in the center, and I thought about all the points that I want to put in my presentation. What are the main key points? And based on that, I then grouped them into certain sections. Like say, when I'm talking about my project, I'll be talking about say what software, what technology I've used, or maybe what diagrams that was there, or what was the business logic involved in that. So each of them, then I group them slowly. So what is FreeMind software, right? So Java-based software. FreeMind software lets you do is start up with a central idea, and then first, let your mind think freely as to what all ideas you can think about it, and later on you can always drag and drop. And not only that, in the software, you can also put in a lot of graphical icons, right? So suppose if a certain idea is very important, like you are designing a project and use a design project, and you know that this phase of project, this module of project is really going to take a long time, you can put exclamation mark or anything like that, or this is a good idea, it's a bad idea, something like that. What FreeMind also lets you do is if you are working in a group or collaborating with a group, you can give each module to separate people and then club all those as branches to a central project mind map. This makes it like you don't have to worry about the whole tree yourself, but you can also delegate it to your project partners, and they'll take care of the details within them. So right now it's all blown up and all that, but you can always start up small. You can collapse all the branches, and you can concentrate. So what I did was I concentrated only one branch at a time, and then started writing my report, or maybe this blog article. So basically, that's what I have to present right now, and to end it for an ending, I like to say, no matter which OS it is, or no matter, if it's a Mac or a Windows or Linux or BSD or whatever it is, free software is being made for every platform, and okay, we should try to appreciate and encourage the developers no matter which platform they write on, because they may be say comfortable with a certain platform, maybe they're comfortable with using the Visual Studio base, and they have put in some efforts. So when you encourage user software and create a demand for that on a certain OS, then certainly there will be demand on the other OS, which is like, suppose if it's on Windows, you might want it then on Linux as well. So right now, a lot of Java applications have this easy, or maybe Python applications, because they are basically cross-platform language. But what about the Visual Basic, or maybe the .NET applications? It's very difficult to port them. But the difficulty comes, or the myth that there's no support comes because people don't, kind of push, give a push, demand it, make a big voice about it, that we want this software without any, virtual machines or wine emulation or anything. We want it natively coded in the application, right? So these are one of the ways, like when Software Freedom Day is one of the avenues by which people can generate interest enough to, make it possible that we have more software on Linux and also more hardware support as well, right? So that'll be it from me, and I hope I have what I've shared with you would come to use, whether in the context of writing projects or any other thing, any other kind of new ideas that you can come out with. So, any questions?